Decentralization is a live animal, and we have a picture now from what has been done until between 2001 and 2009. Many things has happened in 2010 and 2011 that in fact take on board many of the recommendations of this evaluation, because we have learned a lot. It's mainly a political reform driven by politicians who look after political outcomes. And we need to integrate that in our work. It's not a technical reform, it's a political one. What does it mean? This means that we need to apply this political economy analysis from the beginning. We need to understand. And even when we work with a government, it's not an homogeneous entity. There is different drivers inside a government. There is people inside this government who wants to push reforms. There is people who is reluctant to reforms. And we need to know all these kind of things. Also, we need to know that it's not possible to do that with a single ministry. I mean, we have to work with Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Interior, sector ministries, local governments, and each stakeholder would have his own vision about the reform. And we need to deal with all these questions. We also need to bring the local perspective to these discussions. Because, of course, decentralization is a process mainly, many times, that is opened by the center, but local level should not suffer decentralization, should be involved from the beginning and should have their own opinion about that. And in many countries, this local level is very weak. Local governments are very weak, and they are not the opportunity to have their voice in this discussion. The main challenge is, whatever the entry door is to support this process, how to connect all these dimensions, the local and the national. This means that we cannot do it alone. Then this brings along this question of joint action between donors. Who is best placed to do what? The question is now for us, I think, not if we should support decentralization everywhere. This is not the question. The question is that we need to understand what decentralization means as a political reform and what it means for any sector we work with. Because if you regard Agenda for Change, we will be concentrated in the future in 2-3 sectors. I don't believe that we will be doing decentralization everywhere. We need to have this common knowledge in the European Commission. We need to create this critical mass of people which understands and integrates this decentralized dimension in all the sector policies we are going to support around the world. This is the big challenge we have now.